Here we have my bike for this season, which is a machine that's substantially bigger than the 125, and I'll talk you through its basic characteristics. Here we have the air intake, which stops here, and this is where the air inlet and injection are. The suited gas tank is a small one which fits in perfectly with the shape of the bike. You can position yourself very well on the straight and in turns. It gives you great comfort on the bike. And it's not just about that though, it also allows you to have a good centre of gravity which is lower, and that in turn makes the bike more stable in turns.
Para tener el punto de gravedad más bajo y hacer una moto más estable en las curvas. Luego también, bueno, como podéis ver, todos los acabados son de carbono y también el basculante es una cosa.
The swing arm is something that's highly important for the traction of the bike and also for finding better grip. As we have a big rear tyre, the swing arm has to be as well to maintain all the power required in the rear wheel. Here we have some plates that are basically for security, so that if you crash, you don't lose oil.
Tiene que ser grande para intentar aguantar toda la fuerza que le exige el neumático. Y por acabar tenemos estas placas que son más que nada de seguridad, por si te caes no perder aceite. Y la verdad es que es una moto que tiene unos acabados muy buenos también.
It's a bike that has many good finishes on it. The chassis is another important aspect because due to the fact that all the bikes have a uniform engine, the chassis is one of the major areas that can be worked on most. This is a chassis that's finished very well, hand welded and very well done. Here we have the front of the bike. Here's a suspension fork, which in this case is made by Erlens. Almost all the bikes use this one, and I believe it's the best. Here we have the brake disc, which is big enough to be able to stop as quickly as possible and control the weight of the bike, therefore allowing the best entry into the corners. There's the front tyre, which is pretty wide. That makes the bike lose a bit of agility, but compensates by giving it a bit more grip. Finally, we have the mudguard and the air intake, which is something the factories work a lot on, because with this element you can make the difference on the straight, those tenths of a second that count so much. This is a part of the bike that's completely equal for everyone. The engine is made by Honda, and this is the Suited slipper clutch, the same manufacturer as the chassis maker. And it allows you to not become too preoccupied with the effects of engine braking, which, if it gets too much, can spit you off the bike and cause a high side. From what I've tested, it's a clutch I really like, and it makes the bike slide a little, just enough to enter the corners.
Pero es un embrague que, por lo que he probado yo, me gusta bastante y hace deslizar un poquito la moto, que es lo justo para entrar en la curva. Luego también hay el escape, que es importante.
This is the exhaust, which is another important aspect. With such equality across the bikes, it's crucial to have an exhaust that can help you gain a few tenths of a second on the straight. On the rear brake, the cable and the disc are much smaller than the front because it is used less, only to assist in some braking and a little more, and the tyre is pretty wide. Perhaps with a narrower tyre you'd gain acceleration, but it's the same for everyone, for the manufacturer Dunlop too, and we have to adapt the setting of the bike so the tyres work well.
Es el mismo para todos del fabricante Dunlop, o sea que tenemos que adaptar el setting de la moto, la puesta a punto, hacer trabajar bien los neumáticos. Bueno, aquí tenemos la pantalla que.
Here we have the digital display screen, which is where I see the only information I have about the bike.
De la moto. Y bueno, aquí tenemos un poquito.
This shows the engine revolutions. And here you can see the numbers, but you're more guided by the bars. Here's the lap time, which also shows the best lap you've done, the number of laps completed, engine temperature, the gear you're currently in. And these lights along the top indicate if the engine's cold. When the light turns blue, you know it's cold. The information can be configured in various ways, and I usually go for a simpler one.
Y aquí un poquito estas luces, si el motor va muy frío, se enciende la luz azul, ahora lógicamente está frío. También si tienes punto muerto se enciende la luz verde. Y bueno, son cosas que se refleja un poco, ¿no?, la información que tienes tú en la moto y bueno, se puede configurar de varias maneras, pero yo lo llevo configurado un poquito más sencillo.